How you guys doing? Whoa, hot mic. Thanks for coming out to Open Mic Live here at the ACME Comedy Theater, part of the Hollywood Stands Up Evening of Stand-Up Comedy. Thank you guys for coming out. Looking forward to having you guys going. How many people we got on the list? It's a lighter crowd than we've had in past weeks, so if you've been here, thank you for coming back, and we'll give you an extra minute and light you at 4, unless people start showing up later. So thanks for coming out. Later tonight, we have an evening with Shannon Hatch. She's going to be doing a 30-minute set opening for her, Andrew Santino and Brooks Wheelan and Darren Capozzi. And later in the night, we have myself and Ian and Brad and Scott Boxenbaum, Brandy Posey, Aronza von Bulen, and Brenda Lamberty. If you guys want to stick around, since you're performing here as part of the show, you're welcome to attend for free the rest of the evening of shows. Your name and email goes right to the box office person, and they'll let you into the shows for free. You guys have any other questions? No? Great. Please welcome to the stage your host for the evening, the open mic host, Ian Tindell.
Thank you. Ooh, yeah, that's loud. Let's see, guys. Share something a little bit right now. I just got dumped. Oh, yeah, I know. Getting dumped fucking sucks. It does. And this one particularly sucks because of how it happened, and this is completely true, because I was dumped in the car at in the drive-thru of a Taco Bell, which is awful for a number of different reasons, not excluding the fact that I just can flash forward and just see myself years from now just crying in the middle of a chalupa, you know, like the cheesy fiesta potatoes are going to be giving me a lump in my throat for years to come, and it's like she took not only my heart but my love. My unadulterated childlike love for Taco Bell, that has now been tainted. It's awful, and I flipped out. I'll admit, when I was in the car in the fucking drive-thru, and I started yelling, and I'm not a yeller, but I just went off, just like this is unbelievable. How could you do this to me? My heart is being crushed. Yeah, we'll have the 2 gordita meal, and you don't know what you're doing, you're giving up a great guy. That'll be 1 Baja Blast. Do you want one as well? 2 Baja Blasts, guys. And I am crushed right now. I can't believe what you're doing to me. Do you want, what kind of sauce do you want? Hot? All right, we'll go hot and some fire as well. That last part didn't happen, but I still got dumped in the parking lot of a Taco Bell. You guys ready to get on up and do some comedy here? Yeah? All right. For those of you not familiar, that little lamp right there, that'll turn on. That'll be my light for you guys. So watch out for that. And just be considerate of the light so we can get everyone up. And like I said before, we'll be giving you guys an extra minute as long as we don't have a huge rush of people. So first up to the stage, let's get it going for Eric, and then it's going to be followed by Sherwin and Joseph. Give it up for Eric, guys.
Give it up for Ian. Welcome to the ACME Comedy Club. What's going on? Oh, I was going to say it's like a sausage fest in here, but we have some ladies now. Ladies. I hate pandering like that. Ladies. Can you hear me, ladies? All right, let's start this off. Straight guys, relax. Most gay guys don't want to have sex with you. Trust me on that. Besides, when we do, you guys just lay there and refuse to kiss. Anyway, so look how quiet the room got. I can't be the only gay person here, am I? 1 in 10, motherfuckers. It's at least 15 people in here. Someone's on the fence. See me after this show. Straight guys make the best friends. I'm sure the straight guys in the crowd can agree that it's almost impossible to have a completely platonic relationship with a female, because it's always in the back of your mind, if times were just right and you would fuck her. There's always that possibility. That's why I like my friendships with straight guys, because we're never gonna do it. So it's awesome. I think for the most part, straight guys envy gay guys for various reasons, but probably the most enviable is the fact that we just fuck all the time. Like there's just no jumping through hoops, none of this like, you know, dating stuff. We just get right to it. Think about it. Think about any girl in your past that you've thought about having sex with, which is probably most girls you've run across. If you could just go up to them and ask them for sex, and they'd say yes, you would totally do it. So that's the gay reality. I wrote down reasons it's awesome being a homo. Number one, we don't have to get married, and in some states it's actually illegal for us to get married, so that's awesome, right? We don't have to worry about that. Number two, as men, we make more money, so that's always good. If you pair up with another dude, double the money. Number three, penises are awesome. Yes? We get some... I'm obsessed with my penis, really. I'm sure you're not. But the possibility of me doing just about anything else besides playing with my penis is sometimes, I don't know what I'm talking about. All I'm saying is it's been 44 years and I can't leave the little guy alone. I'm sure if he could talk, he'd probably want me to get out more, get a hobby, move on. What else? Oh, no more paying for shit on dates. It's always right down the middle. Always going Dutch. Have I sold anybody on this? No? What else? I know I make it look easy being gay, but it's hard being gay because it's a straight world that we live in. Are we not? We all can agree on that. One thing that's hard about being gay in a straight world, sometimes straight people will go out of their way to let you know they think gay is okay. Meanwhile, they're implying something's wrong with you, right? Like you'll be at work and your boss will be like, oh, my friend Jenny's coming in later. You're really going to like her. She doesn't have a problem at all with you being gay. I'm like, oh, really? What a coincidence. My friend Gavin's coming in. He doesn't care if you're fat and rude. So that works out. That's been my time, everybody. Thank you.
All right, thanks. I like how we have three women here, and on Penis is Awesome, one person clapped. The rest of you are like, fuck penis. All right, next up, Sherwin, followed by Joseph, and then Anthony. Give it up for Sherwin.
What's up, guys? How's everybody doing? Is this on? You can hear me? All right. Give it up for Eric over here, selling the gay card, trying to get us to convert over. I am not converting over. I like being straight. Thank you. Sorry to hear about your breakup last week. Apologize about that. I had some bad news, too. I got laid off a couple weeks ago from a fucking volunteer job. Ain't that a bitch? That's how bad this economy is, man. They're like, we can't afford to keep you. I say, but you're not paying me anything. Crazy ass shit. Halloween this year, I may as well dress up as a goddamn resume. Get my ass out there, man. Get off this unemployment. Unemployment's crazy, too, because they don't even send checks out anymore. You notice that? They give you a debit card now. I tried to pay for dinner with it one night with my girl. She was like, oh, what's that? I said, that's that EDD Platinum, baby. She said, how the hell? Wait a minute. Unemployment gave you a Platinum card? I said, you know, I've been with them for a while now. She's like, oh, shit, baller. Excuse me. So, yeah, I am a little bit about myself. I'm originally from Iran. Thank you. Appreciate that. Very nice. Thank you. Appreciate that. I like to talk about race a lot because a lot of people say that racism is dead. It is not. A couple weeks ago, I went to look at a car, and the dealer comes up to me. He's like, hi, I see you're looking at one of our nicer models. I said, yes, I am. He said, so where are you from? I said, well, I'm originally from Iran. He said, oh, well, you're going to love our new camel interior. I said, excuse me? He goes, yeah, we're even working on trying to get the camel hump in there, sort of a lumbar support. You're going to love it. I said, do you know the terror threat level is at orange right now? I wouldn't be saying that kind of shit if I were you. Yeah, I like talking. I give it back to people a lot, too. Like, I was on the Golden Gate Bridge not too long ago, and there was a little traffic on it, so I figured, you know, I'd mess with the guy to my left. So I look over to him and I said, hey man, this bridge is beautiful. He goes, you never seen it before? I said, you know, in my country we got blueprints of it, but this is really something else. This is nice. He's like, that's not funny. I said, it's just a joke, man, relax. And a couple minutes after I said that, I got a text alert on my phone that they had killed bin Laden. It was that night that they had got him. So I looked back over to the guy and I said, my friend, it appears that your people have taken Sheikh Osama from us. And he's like, what are you talking about? I said, turn on your radio. So he turns on the radio and he hears it. He looks over at me and he goes, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, you're not going to do anything, are you? I said, it appears now that this bridge will take us to Sheikh Osama. Then on the way back, I got on a flight. I took a flight back to LA and I sat next to this old black guy. And I got to tell you, black people are my favorite race by far because when something is out of the norm, black people will tell you right then and there. Like a white guy would just go to the stewardess and say something like, there's a Middle Eastern man over there and he's eating peanuts. I think it's a little suspicious. You might want to go say something to him. I sat next to this old black guy, and as soon as I sat down, he looks at me and he goes, American Airlines, my ass. I said, excuse me? How could you say such a thing? That's so wrong. He goes, no, I'm going to tell you what's wrong. That Taliban y'all got. I said, well, I'm not part of the Taliban. It is pronounced Al-Qaeda. He said, what the hell did you just say? I said, man, I'm just messing with you. And I think what scared him more than anything was the way I said Al-Qaeda. Because most people just say Al-Qaeda. But when you say Al-Qaeda, it's like, okay, you spend some time in a couple caves, huh? You don't get no accent like that in America. And the other funny thing about, I am Iranian, the other funny thing about Iranian people is that we love attention. I mean, hello, right? That's why do you think the first chance we get, we blow ourselves up? You know, it's not like we enjoy doing that shit. We want people to be like, God damn, wow, that dude went out with a bang. Like, for instance, go up to a white guy tomorrow, tell him you love his car. He'll be like, yeah, it's a great car, thank you very much. That's it, compliments over. Say the same thing to an Iranian guy. First thing he's gonna do is act like he didn't hear you. Excuse me, what did you say? I said I like your car. Then he's gonna quiz you to make sure you're telling the truth. Tell me the top 3 things you like about it. It's just a nice fucking car, dude. I tell you what, tonight, you know the car is dirty, first of all. Tonight you come to my house, have a tea with me, we wash the car together, and we look at it under the special lighting. Your mother is in the hospital. I'm sorry to hear that, but what that has to do with the car? Hey, you guys, that's my time. You've been a lot of fun. Thank you very much. My name is Sherwin.
Totally wish I could fuck with people like you. I can't. I'm just not intimidating. I mean, I've got the whole children of the corn thing going on, but I don't think people are scared of that anymore. Next up, we've got Joseph, followed by Anthony, and then Pete. Give it up for Joseph.
Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Joseph Larkin from Slidell, Louisiana. Remember, that's not funny. Yo, okay. Remember when a master cleanse was something only Adolf Hitler would do? Remember that? Do you remember that? Date rape! I am against it. Okay? Let it be known right here and now and throughout cyberspace that Joseph Larkin is against date rape. I mean, you want me to buy you a meal before I get to rape you? What the hell is this, Russia? I should just get to rape you. That's how rape works, guys. Pretty gutsy starting out your set with a long pro-rape joke, but sometimes those gambles pay off. Not so much right now, guys. So, I'm really good at Twitter. Twitter and cunnilingus. Those are like my 2 things that I'm real good at. And I got a lot of followers, super popular, real popular. I got a brand new follower yesterday, and I want to tell you guys about him. His name is Rich GK. He's from El Segundo, California. He described himself as a boat anchor collector. Now, I was intrigued. Why the fuck is this guy following me? I'm pro date rape, for instance. So I scrolled down, I was going through his Twitter feed. The very first tweet I saw was a retweet. It was a naked gentleman holding his cock. And he was saying, After all, I was born to fuck. Wow, guys. Rich GK, he's a gay. Curveball. Go a little bit further down. Cover your ears, sensitive people. Rich GK says, El Segundo, California, the whitest city in America. I don't have to put up with no welfare monkeys here. He's also a racist. How versatile. Gay and racist and collects boat anchors. You can't do all three. 2 out of 3 maybe. Be gay and collect boat anchors. Anyway. Woo. Glad I'm getting that extra minute to suffer up here. Let's give a shout out to my mother who's watching this on the internet in heaven. Heaven is totally wireless now, guys. Hey, Bill Engvall, if you're watching this, here's your sign. Stop! Just stop already. I've had it with you. Guys, God, this sucks. I hate this. Been doing this every day for 2 years, man. Still haven't found true love. What's back here? Can you see me now, cyberspace? Hey guys, a vampire addicted to crystal meth would be totally fucking useless. Because you need teeth to be a vampire. I'll explain my jokes to you. I don't give a fuck. Hey, why don't they make the whole plane out of my Jack Nicholson impression? 2 inside, 2 inside. All right, this has got to be almost done, right? No light still? Are you kidding me? It's like a fucking torture chamber in here. It's a chamber of horrors. Oh, I did that one. You don't like that. Fuck. Shit. Okay, here we go. I'm going to leave on this one, I guess. Whoever coined the phrase hugs not drugs did not take into account the awesome power of the drug ecstasy. Gesundheit. Whoever coins the phrase hugs not drugs did not take into account the awesome power of the drug ecstasy. Makes you fuck! God damn it! Good night.
The extra minute is not required, guys. You don't have to use it, and I'm just saying, we're not holding a gun to your head. Next up, Anthony, followed by Pete and Ari. So, if you want to go less time, Anthony, that's cool. Give it up for Anthony, guys.
Thank you. Give it up for your host. Oh, man. I don't know if you guys know this. This is awesome. Disneyland has a designated gay day that's open to the public. So anyone can go on this designated gay day. It's for all gay people to go, which is awesome. Like, I just want to be out front when that crazy Christian family just drove 3,000 miles across country to get there, and then their kid comes out all excited like, I love Goofy, and then a gay kid's like, I like cock. Be awesome. Like, let the adventure begin. Be great. I'm all for it. You guys all for the Occupy Wall Street thing? Everybody? It's great. Here's the thing, guys. The message is awesome, and it's great. But here's my problem with it. Camping isn't going to change anything. That's the problem, Like, rich people aren't going to leave their house and go, are those guys camping? I feel terrible. Maybe I shouldn't be so greedy. No, what was I thinking? No, of course I'm going to be greedy. Here's the thing, you guys. If you want to change anything, you got to do something drastic, That's why I'm all for, I really think everyone should just take a shit on Wall Street, right? If everyone just took a shit all over Wall Street, it would be awesome. Cops would be like, oh my God, we have a crisis. everybody clear the area. People are getting sick. There's shit everywhere. And then rich people be like, well, we can't go to work today and make money. And then we'd be like, well, now you know how we feel. Oh, and then we'd be even, right? Take something drastic to make something drastic happen. And that's what I want to see. So get out there and shit on Wall Street if you get a chance, guys. High five. That's all I'm saying. Real quick, I want to do a remix of Guns N' Roses song, Welcome to the Jungle, for our generation. Here we go. Welcome to the jungle! I'm sorry. Welcome to the recession! Oh, we ain't got no work for you! If you want some money, honey! We ain't got nothing for you in the jungle. No jobs! Because he'd be all depressed because of the recession. We know what's crazy? Axl Rose had to record knees, like in a studio. But like if you think about it, how awesome, he had to probably do it like 20 or 30 times, you know? And how did he know like what he was even hitting was correct, you know? Like, all right, let's go ahead. Fuck, no, it's not right. Go. No. Fuck. Can we re-record this? Go. All right. No. Fuck. This isn't coming out right. You know how awesome would it have been to have been in the studio when he was recording that? Been awesome. Just wanted to try that new stuff. Thank you. It was interesting. Give myself an F for Fantastico. Let's see here. Music used to have a message. Am I right, guys? That's the one thing I'm disappointed with a lot of music nowadays. When I was growing up, music used to have a message, you know? Public Enemy, Fight the Power, John Lennon, Imagine. Now the radio is just like, you turn on Power 106, it's like, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. It's like so ADD. It's like if I had a song on the radio, it's like, I like spicy tacos, fuck burritos and nachos, I like spicy tacos. But what? ADD, you know? Not saying anything. If we're just gonna be ridiculous, why can't we be original, you know? Like, why can't there be any funny, like, fun songs on the radio? How about a gay rap song on Power 106? That'd be awesome. I'm gay, rough, rugged, and raw. I'll make sweet love to your grandpa. Hoo-ha! I'd be like, awesome, I didn't see that coming. High five. All I'm asking for is some originality, you guys. 2011, I love you. My name's Anthony Browning. Thank you.
Keep it going, guys. Next up, we've got Pete, followed by Ari and Jamar. Give it up for Pete.
Stand-up is hard, guys. Give it up for the comedians you've seen. This is really hard. I'm just really tired of proving that. I love doing stand-up. I love the fact that this is one of those things we do. We learn by bombing, right? That's how we improve. We do horrible up here publicly, make asses of ourselves. We bring that home and we get better from that pain, right? I'm just sick of everybody coming up there after my shows and being like, Pete, man, looks like you really learned a lot tonight. Yeah, I didn't actually think it was that bad. No, trust me, man, you learned hard. I've had kind of a crisis in comedy lately because I'm not really looking for a job. I'm happily married. I'm a white homeowner. I don't really have anything to complain about anymore. I come up here and I have nothing to work with. I don't do drugs. There's no gold mine for material for me anymore. All I have is that my career doesn't really go the way I want it. People see me, they're like, Pete, you don't really seem yourself. You seem down, man. What's going on? I'm just too fucking happy, man. It's a big problem. This isn't going anywhere. Okay, good. We learned that. No one likes complaining about happiness. I went for the ironic bit. Didn't work. I will say that the one thing that's gotten to me lately that's made me bitter and complain is Twitter. And it's just not something we need. It's not something that helps any of us. Everybody tells you, oh, you're a comedian, you need to be on Twitter. Why is it not enough just to be funny? Couldn't you just maybe have talent? Is that so much to ask? I also have to wonder why 2008 pretty much was when Twitter took off. Wasn't that the exact same time the entire global economy collapsed?
I don't think that can be coincidence. Like, oh man, I really need a job. Better tweet about it. Who here, as comedians, I know everybody knows when Shark Week is. Who here knows when Shark Week is? Yeah, okay. Most of us know when Shark Week is. What week of the year is Learn a Marketable Fucking Skill Week? We're not getting out of this any faster. I don't get behind this, but there was this one tweet I read that set me off, and that was what really pissed me off. I read a tweet that said, how can a tweet help stop child abuse? It can't. Stopping child abuse can stop child abuse. Anything less than that is just self-indulgence. If you want to stop child abuse, I have a better way to do it. Go out into the street, find a kid who's not being abused, and beat the shit out of him. Then stop and say, hey, this feels wrong. I don't want to do this anymore. Still statistically more effective than tweeting about it. Yeah, that's not killing. Not killing. Twitter kills me. The other thing I was going to talk about, if I have time, the lamp's not on yet, so that's okay. It's still better than a cell phone. The other thing I wanted to talk about was the fact that, well, no, you know what? I'm gonna bail. That's good. I feel good about that. I'm going. You guys are great. Thanks.
All right, guys. Next up, Ari, followed by Jamar, and then Jeremy. Give it up for Ari.
Thank you, guys. Whoa. Oh, that's so cool. They got a mic down here. These guys are high tech. How you guys doing tonight? Great. I was talking to a friend of mine outside, and you guys know that, what's the original Val Johnson? Do you guys know who that is? Yeah. This guy's doing stand-up now. I didn't know that. He was the guy, he was the father on Family Matters, who apparently is gay, and also the other fat black dad on the other show. What was it? Fresh Prince, also gay. Yeah, did you know that? I don't know. I just think it's kind of weird. It's kind of like one of those things that should be on a IMDb trivia thing. Did you know 2 fat black dads and whatever? That would be really funny to have. We're also talking about, like, before Family Matters, he was like playing a lot of fat black cops. And I thought that was pretty funny to have like such a specific stereotype, you know, just like complaining to your agent. You're like, man, I'm tired of playing fat black cops. Why does everybody see me as a fat black cop? Damn it. I did Shakespeare in the Park, and I'm... We'd like to see Reginald for Fat Black Cop. Can you email? Just some shitty casting director. Okay. How many ladies we have in the house? Woo! Ladies! Ladies! How many ladies want to have babies? Yeah. Babies! All right. I was trying to think of like how I could do this, like, babies! This is weird. This is really polar opposite ideas. Hi, ladies! How many want to have babies? I just really want to do this and say babies! All right, I'll just do this with my whole set. Y'all know why women want to have babies? No, hold on. All right. Do you know why women want to have babies? Why? Because thank you. All of you are assholes. This guy's the only one that gives me the food that I need. So the reason why women want to have babies is because when women are little girls, what do they play with? Baby dolls. Babies. Could you imagine that kind of excitement to be pregnant with your favorite toy? You know? Yeah, that guy gets it. Think about it, man. If the woman you love looked at you in the eyes and said, I am pregnant with a Ninja Turtle, you'd say, that is my baby. We're keeping that baby through thick and thin. This motherfucker, are you serious? I've got ants in my house. No, listen, I've got ants in my house, and these motherfuckers hide in my clothes, and I'm just out and about my day, and I'm like, what the fuck? And every time I catch the ant, they're like, sorry. Like, you motherfucker, man. I cannot believe that. So annoying. My landlord doesn't do shit about my ants either. He doesn't. Where do these ants think they're going? They're going to some shitty open. No, sorry. I should. No. This is general. Oh, lights on. No. Listen. Generally, when you say open mic, it's followed by shitty. All right. But this is the best open mic I've ever been to. This is beautiful. Look at this. I feel like a legitimate comedian. And this is also pretty funny. This is actually delayed. You see that? It's like the beginning. You see the delay? I want to punch myself. No, all right, that doesn't make. I can't even do that. All right, guys. You guys have been so great. My name is Ari. This is not a shitty open mic. This is the best open mic I've ever been to. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. This is a good open mic, right? Yeah. And I think everyone from here on out should do an ant check halfway through their set. Just because that was really funny to me. I don't know. All right, next up we have Jamar, followed by Jeremy, and then Ryan. Give it up for Jamar, guys. Yeah.
Yeah. That shit was off. Yeah. It's a recession. Yeah. Yeah, man. I seen them foreclose a crack house. Yeah. Where we gonna go now? Yeah. It's a recession. Man, Hollywood's ruining my relationship with people. And with like normal people and shit. Like I'm missing out on like important shit. You know? Very important shit. Like, nah, man, I can't. There's no way I'm gonna make it to your father's funeral, man. Yeah, I can't. My agent called and ironically, I'm playing a dead body on Monday. CSI, Miami. Hey, I gotta go to the doctor, man. I have to go to the doctor, man. I have to go to the doctor. Gotta go to the doctor. Doctor's cool. One thing I like about being, I like going to the doctor is my doctor is cool. You know what I'm saying? But he's cool to like a very unprofessional degree, and shit. And it's weird. Like I went in to get my HIV results, and he told me I didn't have HIV on the paper. But the way he told me, he just put no homo on my paper. So nigga, you okay? Said no homo. That's a cute joke. It's kind of cute. That's too act outy. This, hey, my cousin's gay. Actually, he's gay, and he went to the army recently and shit. It's dope. He complained and shit. Before he left the army and shit. He was like, hey man, when is the army gonna make like leopard skin camouflage? That'd be dope. Why don't they just do shit like that? He's like, I don't know. Who wants to see that shit? I just thought that shit would be funny though. Like if there was a nigga like he was just in camouflage and shit, but it was like leopard skin camouflage, and he was just in the tree with an AK-47 and a cigarette, and the Al Qaeda was up there like, is that the enemy up there? No. It's just a wildcat with an AK-47 and a cigarette. You sure, man? I got locked up recently. I got locked up recently. That shit was wild. They took me in for warrants, old little warrants and shit. And it was kind of scary, man, being in jail. Locked me in there with a pedophile. And it was gross. And he freaked me out. He was on the top bunk and then he just jumped down. And he was up there like, you know why I quit the pedophilia game? That's what he told me. I was like, no. like, 'cause I burnt my dick on hot baby breath. It's like, what? I burnt my dick on hot baby breath. That was the Lord's sign. He came to me in a fire-breathing baby and said, stop doing that shit. That and they took me to prison. You scaring me, dog. I got excited though, man, because jails, they got bunk beds and shit. And I was like, oh shit, only kids got bunk beds. That means. I see the light. Well, then get the fuck off the stage then, nigga. Bitch. Okay, I'll read this and then I'll get out of here. My friend got welfare medical insurance. This nigga got cancer and they just put peroxide and a Band-Aid on his tumor. Is that funny? No. All right. But some of that shit was funny, right? Like some of it. That other shit.
I think your closer is pedophilia game. All right. Next up, Jeremy, followed by Ryan and Dave. Give it up for Jeremy. Woo!
This is my impression of Bill Cosby working blue. Bill Cosby working blue. Now, the dentist tells you not to pick your teeth with sharp metal objects. You see, shove a Jell-O pudding pop up my asshole. Thank you. I was reading this article on the internet the other day about a planet that's made entirely of diamond. Like, it's just a big-ass diamond, like several thousand light years from here. Because it's made out of carbon and just, like, all the heat and energy, whatever, however diamond's made a diamond. And then the same article said that there was, like, a lightning storm thousands of light years away that's like way, way bigger than the Milky Way galaxy, like just a lightning storm. And I was like, I haven't heard of either of these things. How much fact checking did they do on this article? And I was like, oh, none. Obviously none. You can't fact check an article about outer space. Like, that's why outer space is a conspiracy. Because, like, if NASA had spent like the last 30 years of their budget on hookers and blow and then just released fake press releases with like Photoshop pictures of Laser Floyd, there's no way you could tell. You couldn't be like, oh, diamond planet thousands of light years from here? That sounds fishy. Let me swing by there and check that out. Like, think about it. Like, everything you know about space, planets, the moon, you don't know it. You read it, and you can't possibly check it out. Like, sure, maybe the stars are like fiery balls of gas thousands of light years away, or maybe they're light shining through holes that some kid poked in a giant lid of a mayonnaise jar. Maybe the universe is like some weird third grader science fair project. Maybe they maybe the Hubble telescope stared out into the abyss and all that was staring back was a big ass ribbon that said honorable mention. It's possible. Alright. I hate going home to my family, like my old parents and stuff, not my wife. But it's depressing because my parents are getting like for real old, like offering me hard candy old. Like, and I hadn't realized this until my mom was telling me, but like the reason old people love hard candy is because it helps them manufacture saliva. Like, and old people are a huge demographic for hard candy, so why don't they ever advertise that it helps you manufacture saliva? You know, like, why don't they ever have a commercial with like a withered old sea captain on the deck of a ship, like, Ahoy there! Whether on sailing the seven seas or treating the missus to an evening of mind-bending cunnilingus, I always pack a lifesaver. Lifesavers. Your grandkids don't know what they're really for. I'm scared of getting old, just because, like, I'm scared of getting middle-aged more than anything. Like, I don't want my friends to have money, because I think my generation's gonna be, like, the worst antiquers of all time. You know, can you imagine, like, a fucking hipster giving you a tour of their house in 20 years? Like, oh, man, you gotta check out the latest piece I've acquired. See this vintage Hot Wheels racing car bed. Exactly the way it was made. To go along with it, vintage Ninja Turtle breakfast cereal, still sealed up in the box. My dream is to complete the set, get the original glow-in-the-dark Ghostbusters pajamas, and then I'll stretch those on, go to sleep in the bed, wake up and they'll fit, and then I'll eat the Ninja Turtle breakfast cereal, and my dad will tell me that he was proud of me. Why didn't my dad ever tell me he was proud of me? Is it because I go to rooms full of strangers and tell them to sodomize me with a Jell-O pudding pop? That's a pretty good reason. I can't argue with the logic on that. Thank you.
Let's keep the energy up, guys. Next up is Ryan, followed by Dave, and then Lauren. Give it up for Ryan. Yeah.
Thanks, everybody. Hello. Hello, Eric. Oh, man, I lost my virginity, everyone, at Disney World in Orlando, Florida. It was a wild time. Here's what happened. I went with my girlfriend at the time, and we had like the perfect day. We're, going on all the rides and stuff, and we're leaving Space Mountain, and we're holding hands, being flirty, cute and stuff. And you see Mickey, or taking pictures with Mickey, and then he brutally raped us, both of us, Mickey Mouse, right in the butt. Unbelievable. That's how it happened. Turns out it was a man in a Mickey costume that they paid to pretend to be, and he raped us behind a Dippin' Dots, right in the butt again, in the butt. So, lesson learned. I'm gonna do a new character I've been working on, and then after I do the character, I'm gonna tell you the name of the character. Switch it up a little bit. That goes something like this. I can read your fortune if you look into my Bristol crystal ball. Oh, it's called the Tipsy Gypsy. Thank you, Eric. Oh, man. I have a little baby cousin he just turned 1. His name's Philip. He's not this tall. He just turned 1. And he does that cute little baby thing where, like, he wraps his whole hand around my one penis. And he goes, "Look at me." A cute kid. Loves the Joker. This is another character I've been working on. This is a angry housewife crab. Angry housewife crab. Goes like this. Just got very quiet. Angry housewife crab. Oh, sure, honey. You expect me to believe you were out till 3 a.m. with the boys playing poker. Yeah. Here's another character I'm working on. This is an impression of myself. This is just real life. This is me. Done this maybe 30 or 40 times. Here's me telling a joke that doesn't work and then doing something embarrassing afterwards. This has happened to me multiple times. It goes like this. And then as I left the doctor's office, I realized it had been raining the whole time. Oh, man. Thanks. What else? Oh, I recently got one of these flu shots at CVS, and I got Dr. Dave, and Dr. Dave told me, he was like, "Don't worry, you're not going to feel a thing, And what Dr. Dave failed to realize was the way his blue eyes were sparkling under those fluorescent lights. Don't tell me I'm not going to feel a thing, Dr. Dave. I'm going to feel something. And I hope you feel it too. And he did. He did, big time. We had sex behind a Dippin' Dots. Old Dr. Dan. Okay, in conclusion. People always say it's a good thing you can't get tattoos when you're too young. You know, would have gotten something so stupid. And I'm the same way. If I'd gotten a tattoo when I was like 13 or something, I would have gotten something so stupid, like a dolphin, you know, way too close to my vagina. I used to be a girl, but I used to be a woman. Anyway. All right, that's all I wanted to do. Thanks, everybody. I'm Ryan McClaney.
All right, next up we've got Dave, and followed by Lauren, and then Jake. Give it up for Dave.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, thanks. Thank you. Thanks. Thanks. I've been dating a girl from Darfur lately. Baggage. You know what I'm saying? Ugh. You gotta learn to love yourself before you can love other people. You know what I mean? Jesus Christ. She was raped. That's what I'm saying. She was raped by the military. Raped by the military. So don't get it in your panties in a bunch. It's okay. That last part is just to make me happy. My parents really need to get their shit together, in my opinion. They're like 65 years old, can't remember shit. They forget my birthday every year. They're like, come on, guys, you got a team of people on this. You're married, you know? You're also retired. If you wanted, you could sit still all day and stare at a calendar. All day. But they forget every year. What really gets me down about it is that I'm an only child. So, like, kind of fuck you, you know? It's not like you have a Rolodex of information to remember. You have one number to remember. That's it. And even worse, my mom had 5 miscarriages before I was born. 5. That's a whole boy band dead, you know? So, like, the fact that I was born at all is a goddamn miracle. And so, yeah, okay, fuck me. Don't celebrate my birthday, but maybe celebrate the day that you found out that your uterus isn't a collapsed star. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That is, this is my cartoon friend I put in the front to make me look better. Let's see. I don't think it's a coincidence that that Facebook is popular and so is therapy. At all. Because, I don't know if you knew this. I read an article. Apparently, every time your phone buzzes or rings or makes any sound at all or a little 1 pops up at the top of Facebook, that elicits a fight or flight response. You know what else does that? Seeing a tiger. So Facebook should basically just be in a cage. It's driving us fucking nuts. It's the equivalent, like your phone buzzing is the equivalent of someone going, hey, hey. And so all day, hey, we're losing our goddamn minds. And I mean, like, okay, just to explain myself a little bit, this is me at a party. I show up at a party and then I immediately leave. That's what I do. Because when I walk into a party, I look around and I'm like, well, everyone here's confident, and then I walk out. That's basically how it goes down. And Facebook is a never-ending party with 1 billion people at it. With all sorts of writing left to do on this joke. I occasioned to go to Fresno in my life. And you all just had the correct response. That's how you respond to someone saying the word Fresno. You be silent, possibly leave the room, and unadd them on Facebook. Fresno, it's weird. Like it's a shitty place, but it gets shit on to a degree that I don't think is fair. Because it's a place, you know? It's just like anywhere else. It's a lot like LA. LA, I've always described LA as like a really cute baby with a little piece of shit on its face. That's how I think of it, like a great place with tiny problems. And Fresno is like a pile of shit with a piece of baby in it. So very similar place. Anyway, I bring it up because I had a show there a little while ago, And I was nervous because it was Fresno, and that's bad enough, but it was in a nightclub, which is where people go to talk and fuck, and I can't do that. So yeah, everyone's like big with muscles. What is that? What are you doing? So I see that, I'm like terrified because I'm scared of all things, and I was like 20 minutes before my set, and I was like, fucking shit, oh, god damn it. So I went to the bathroom to poop the nerves out. That's how you deal with it. I walk in there, there's one other gentleman in the bathroom besides me who was the most terrifying man I've ever seen in my life. Just 6.5 feet tall, all muscles, no neck. He was just a big frowning rectangle. So I take one look at him, I'm like, ah, fuck, and I run into the stall, and then as I'm in there, his friend comes in, and they start doing coke together because, I don't know, that's what adults do in public when something's illegal. They start doing that, and then his friend says, hey, man, we should stop doing this. There's someone else in here. And the guy goes, no, there isn't. And I started freaking out when he said that, because, like, what the fuck does that mean? Does that mean that he actually thinks there's no one else in here, or does that mean there's about to be no one else in here? The guy goes, man, there's someone in here. We got to stop. He goes, no, there fucking isn't. And he kicks in the stall door of the stall that I'm pooping in. And because I'm me, the only thing I could say is, there's someone else in here. And that's when I wish he had killed me. He didn't, though. He just peered his head in and was like, holy shit, there is someone in there. That's all he did. Turned around, walked out, punched the wall, and yelled, cocaine! At the top of his lungs. Ruined my digestive system and hashtagged it. Fuck. Thank you. I'm Dave Ross.
Whatever. All right, next up, Lauren, followed by Jake and Lisa. Give it up for Lauren.
Hey, everybody, how we doing? Good, sorry. I'm going to tell you a little bit about me. You already know all of this because it's old shit. God damn it, it's too quiet in here. I expected you all to leave, but I'm glad you're here. You're welcome. I like to smoke a lot of weed. I used to before my husband lost his marijuana card. Because I'm not going to buy it for myself. But when I get high, I like to watch Star Wars. And I like Star Wars a lot. I grew up watching it. And when I watch Star Wars, I'm either going to want to watch the one with the Ewoks because they're so tiny and furry and they've got that cute little pug underbite. It just makes me really happy inside. And it's the only thing that does. Or I'm going to want to watch the one where Luke finds out that he doesn't have a hand anymore. And I'm usually going to go with No Hand Luke because I like it. I used to be Mormon, or I was Mormon for a little bit, and the only thing my parents cared about was the fact that, well, first off, my dad was like, oh, you're not going to drink iced tea anymore? I'm like, oh, I don't know. And my mom said, oh, you think only 144,000 people are going to get into heaven? I'm like, that's completely wrong. So the point of it is I'm not Mormon anymore, so you can all stop hating me. The other thing, I'm just going to talk to you guys, because I already know that they don't like me. It's okay. I'm just going to stand over here. Talk to cyberspace, man. Cyberspace doesn't want to fucking hear me. Are you kidding me? I don't even want to hear me. It's been one of those days. Or 27 years. That's just kind of how it is, you know. Oh, I turned into my sister. Sorry. Fuck me. I did have a bit of a drinking problem for a while. I used to buy Jack Daniels by the handle. If you don't know what a fucking handle is, it's the biggest fucking bottle you can buy. And that's what a goddamn handle is, Christian Duguay. Fuck you. When you buy a handle of Jack Daniels, it looks exactly like the tiny bottle of Jack Daniels that you get on the airplane or in your mini bar. Oh, the mini bar. So when you drink a big bottle of Jack Daniels, it's like your tiny Alice, trying to just guzzle it down. And when you drink the little bottle of Jack Daniels, it's like your big Alice. And the big bottle's like, oh, drink me. And the little bottle's like, no, drink me. And I'm like, oh, I'll drink you both. And then we can go to the hospital on the Magic Fairy Bus. Oh, I like the Magic Fairy Bus. It's got lights and sounds and colors. Did you guys read Where's Waldo when you were little? You didn't read it, you looked at it. Pictures, people. You're looking for the one guy in like like the matching red and white striped hat, scarf, and turtleneck ensemble. And like he's the bad guy. There's no story, there's no bad guy, but Waldo is the bad guy because he's the one that has the windowless van and the candy cane fetish. And you're gonna wake up with a sore and minty fresh butthole. And that's gonna be your own fault because you didn't know where Waldo was. Oh, sick ass Waldo. Oh God, just and I was talking to my husband about this earlier today. I was like, what if I just got on stage and shot myself in the face? And he was like, somebody's already done that. Oh, it's hack now. It's hack now. Oh, fuck me. Thanks, Ian. I like the movie 300. And I like my birth control because it reminds me of the movie 300. Because one teeny tiny pill protects me from millions of sperm. But I'm really afraid that like one day a giant deformed sperm is gonna show a 7-foot golden Persian the back way in. Oh, and then everything's gonna go to hell. Including me, because I'm probably gonna have an abortion. Yes, thank you. I do host many abortion parties at my house. And on the invitation I always put BYOB, bring your own bucket. Because I'm a hostess and not a janitor. And my name is Lauren Thomas Martin. Thanks.
I don't know if I've ever seen anyone get applause and saying, I'm probably going to have an abortion. Like, you guys erupted in applause there. That was very strange. All right, next up, we've got Jake, followed by Lisa, and then Andrew. Give it up for Jake.
I'm Jake. What are we doing? Telling jokes? Oh, it's Eric. Hey, I know you, Eric. Guys, okay, whoa. I got called gay a lot growing up. Is that fun? It's a fun little way to start. I got called gay a lot growing up. That was cool. It was really, really cool. It didn't make me cut myself all over my body. This is a reconstructed face. I got called gay a lot growing up. Okay, what are we doing? Are we telling jokes? Okay. I got gay a lot growing up, guys. Said that 5 times. Very painful stuff. Very painful. It wasn't painful, but the thing about it was just frustrating because I wasn't gay. I'm still not gay. So when you get called something you're not, it's ridiculous. You have to defend something that you're not. And kids don't know what gay is. Kids don't know what gay is, so they run these weird gay tests to try to figure out if you're gay, and they make no sense. I'm sure some guys had to deal with this, the fingernail test. You show me your fingernails, decide what kind of fucking sexuality you were. I'm sure some guys here had to go through this. Like, basically, if they come up to you, the bullies come up to you, and they're like, show me your fingernails. And you look at them like this, fingers curled inwards like this. That meant that you were a rock-solid dude. Which is weird, because that's the perfect shape for a cock to fit into, so you could jerk it off to completion. But if they came up, the bullies came up to you and they were like, show me your fingernails, and you looked at them all outstretched like this, like a lady, that meant that you were fucking, you like guys, And that was like the entire scientific experiment, which is ridiculous, and it really hurt my feelings, because I just did it in a weird way. Because bullies came up to me and they'd be like, show me your fingernails, and I'd wave my hands around like this, and I'd suck their dicks off their bodies, Like I'd inhale their dicks, which isn't gay, I was just hungry, I didn't eat at home. I was Oliver Twist. I think domestic violence is bad. I think domestic violence is like literally bad. And I think that men shouldn't hit women, guys. Stop it. Stop hitting women. Like I don't think you should hit women. Become one of those, like, what is the Canadian characters from South Park? Like my head just gonna pop out. Okay, anyway, oh, sorry, is there a joke about a cartoon? Okay, anyway, so I don't think you should hit women. Okay, great, old news, right? Don't hit them. But the problem with domestic violence is that women can hit men and they just fucking get away with it, okay? They just get away with it because they're considered the weaker species, and so no one's gonna prosecute them. There are sensitive guys out there like me that like cats too much and failed the fingernail test, and so that can really affect our lives if you don't police this, and I'll tell you why. It changed my life recently, because I go out with weird women. The only people that will go out with me are weird women. Went out with this very weird woman the other day. At the end of the date, I really liked her, so I went in for a kiss. We kissed for a second. She stepped back, got a maniacal grin on her face, then socked me in the fucking face. And then did it again, and she drew blood. And I was like so pissed off I couldn't do anything about it because I didn't need to find out that kind of stuff gives me a rock hard boner. You know what I mean? Like, I really don't need to know that, okay? I have plenty of fetishes as it is, you know? I have the lesbians with shaved head thing. I have the belt thing. I have the diaper thing. I have the caramel popcorn thing. I have the licking the eyeball thing. I have the sucking on bangs thing. I don't need the getting hit in the face until I bleed thing, okay? Honestly, fetishes only go upwards. In 10 years, the only thing that's going to make me ejaculate is a chainsaw to my neck, and then I'll be fucking dead, you know? Essentially, she's a murderer, you know? I have her name. Anyway, this is an impression. A lot of people claim that they're honest. A lot of people claim that they're honest people. Is that 1 minute?
Yeah.
That sucks. Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. No, okay. Anyway, women! I so want to masturbate on camera. I've always wanted to. But anyway, okay. Here, the thing about women. Guys, okay, come back to me. You like me for a little bit. Okay, a lot of people claim that they're honest, okay? Nobody is honest. No one is ever honest when they talk to people. Because here's an impression of me talking to anyone in any conversation. These are my thoughts. It doesn't matter what I'm saying. These are my thoughts. It could be any man, any woman, any cat, whatever. If they're talking to me, the only thing I'm just sitting there and I'm like, cool. Do you think I'm fuckable? Like, do you think I'm attractive? Like, how attractive do you think I am? Like, that's literally the only... Okay, is that a complete thought? Am I going to make it? Thank you, MJ. Goodbye.
All right. This is all off. There we go. All right. Quick note, if you've signed up since we started and I don't have your phone number or your email address, you can't go up. So if you want to go up, make sure you put your phone number or email address by your name. Next up is Lisa, followed by Andrew and Jonathan. Lisa, give it up for Lisa.
Ow, I hurt myself. How are you guys doing? Fantastic. I got a letter requesting my services for jury duty, which is funny. Well, the word duty makes me giggle. But I keep forgetting to submit the form, and my dad, he's like, oh, you know, if you don't submit that, the federal government issues a warrant for your arrest. So you know that? No, I did not. But I can't help but imagine the scene in the jail cell, like, so little girl, what are you in for? Well, Mr. Felon, I failed to submit my RSVP to the date of your conviction. You want some Skittles? That's awesome. I gotta laugh because that's a callback to a joke I didn't do. That was exciting. Okay, so I want to tell you what went through my mind the other day. Okay, so I was watching a pigeon walk, right? Because I have that time, and it was walking, and its head was moving in, like, you know, the funny way that, like, pigeons' heads move, right? And I was giggling, right? And then I was thinking about how funny it would be if a pigeon had a neck brace, because that's funny. That would make anybody laugh. And then I was like, what happens if a pigeon needs to have a neck brace? Like, what does it do? Like, if a pigeon hurts itself, right, where does it go? Because I'm not arrogant enough to assume that humans are the only ones that have, like, this, like, organized species thing going on. We have our own doctors, our own lawyers, our own contractors. Like, what do pigeons do? Do they go to, like, their friend pigeon that's also a doctor pigeon? This is going nowhere. I'm gonna keep doing it. I was like, I had my list of jokes that I was gonna try out, and I was on here. I was like, no, you know what would be really funny if I do that pigeon thing. It's not. I was eating chicken with my friend, and there's the wishbone. Have you ever done that with, like, your friends? You pull the wishbone thing. Well, my friend wanted to do that, and I had never heard of you know, that before. Like, that's weird. Like, only humans would come up with his after-snack activity, which he festively yanked on the carcass of a dead animal. Like, we just finished eating you. Now I'm going to play with your decaying remains as I close my eyes and gently wish for a puppy. I've been watching the World Series baseball. I was a big baseball fan growing up. I always felt bad for the umpires, though. Major League Baseball umpire. That's going to be the worst job ever. Like, your job is to watch other people play. It's so sad. Like, I always wondered if, like, one day, like, an umpire would go up to a player and be like, today, can I play? No, Bobby. Now go behind the plate and brush the dirt. Okay. Talks like that. I always envied like baseball broadcasters though, because like whatever you say, it goes down in history. Because baseball, it's constantly about records and what happens, you know. And like if I was like whatever you say like that, just that for the rest of baseball, it replays forever. Like, I think that's so awesome. Like, I would totally capitalize on that. Like, oh my God, one of the most unbelievable plays you will ever be by a shortstop. Waddling, dawdling ducks. That would every time. No? Okay. All right, thank you guys.
All right, guys, next to the stage, we have Andrew, followed by Jonathan and Dana. Give it up for Andrew.
Hey, everybody. Okay. I'm really tired. I'm exhausted, and I don't know why I'm exhausted because I go to bed at like 7. Like, if I can help it, 7 at night I'm in bed, and then I wake up at 1, and I'm tired. It's not a joke. It's just I'm explaining shit. And I got a parking ticket. And it's like $70 for this parking ticket, which really pisses me off. But there's a couple other things that made me mad. Like, I wanted to connect with a friend, and I didn't have anything else to say to him. So I'm like, dude, I got a parking ticket. And he's like, did you pay for it? And I'm like, yeah. He goes, you just don't have to pay for it. Apparently there's this rule in LA that if you get a parking ticket, you don't have to pay them until you get like 5. That doesn't make any sense to me. Like, here's a parking ticket, but don't worry, if you get 4 more, then we just come after you. Doesn't make any damn sense to me. All I had to do to not get this parking ticket was wake up at 10 and move my car like over the street. Like, that's this across the street, and then I would have done it. But I can't wake up. See, that ties in to the joke that wasn't a joke. You see what I did there? Like, I set up the joke with something that I was just explaining, and then I did it, well, although the joke wasn't funny, but still, it's pretty fucking genius if you really think about it. Right? Because it connected, chased her out of the room. I call into work a lot. Like, I just call in. Like, I don't get many hours. Like, if I go to all my hours that I'm scheduled, I get like 20 hours a week. So I barely skate by with money. But I'm like, you know what? What's that? Did you say you want me to look at the camera? Oh, that's okay. It doesn't matter. I'm sorry. I did not mean to offend you. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, skipping work. I skipped work and then I go to work and then they don't know that I skipped work. There's this whole thing where I'm like invisible at work. And then like I would have said the joke and then this guy would be like, yeah, that happens to me too. And then everybody would have giggled and then I would have done another joke and then it would have tied in to like the unfunny part about being at work. And then everybody's, he's a genius. He ties in 2 jokes with 4 jokes and 2 of the jokes aren't funny. See? That's what I do. I connect with the audience even though I'm not that funny sometimes. I connect and everyone's like, this guy's fun. He's fun. Doesn't make any sense. Makes everybody feel a little awkward. setup. Nice setup. I got a new notebook. Cost 99 cents. Thank you. Okay. Thank you.
Still have a few names on the list of people that didn't provide phone numbers or emails. If you didn't do that, make sure you put it on so you can get up tonight. Next up, we've got Jonathan, followed by Dana, and then Prashanth. Is that how you pronounce it? No, who? Well, that person's here now. Maybe I'm mispronouncing their name, maybe not. All right, next up, Jonathan.
Thanks, Ian. Wow, light. Yeah, obviously I work here, so I'm not invisible at work. That was funny. Can you not hear me? Okay, now it's a little better. Very hard to see. Okay, great. I was here last week, which was kind of cool. There was an Israeli girl. She was all like, "Yeah, give it up for Israel." Yeah, I thought that was funny because that's what the Israelis said to the Palestinians back in '48. Just with a gun, you know. So it was kind of a little joke there. Funny, yeah, haha. Israel is great, awesome. I had a cousin come over from Israel a couple weeks ago, which was my leg is shaking. I've never done stand-up before, which is cool. Give it up for that. First timer. Okay, great. So I had a cousin come over from Israel a couple weeks ago, and he was all about, yeah, let's hit up, let's try to try to get some women and kind of all that, which was kind of like, yeah, sure, let's do that, but let's try to stay away from being so aggressive because he's Israeli. That's all I can say. So he's like, yeah, thing about him, he really thinks he gets the American culture, but doesn't always. He knows that you need to be kind of cute when you hit on women, but kind of plays it with the aggressive. Doesn't get the whole politically correct thing about it. So he's like, yeah, let's go hit on the women and do that. So he sees like this one blonde woman pass by, and he's like, Angel, where are you going? You dropped something. What? I didn't drop anything. Yes, you dropped your wings. You want me to show something in the back now? Right now? No? Yeah, so he was like kind of cute, but kind of like, you could have got it if maybe without like, I want to show you something in the back. No, you don't understand. I need to be even more aggressive. I'll show you. So he's like, gorgeous. What's up? Your father, tell me, he's a terrorist? What? My dad's not a terrorist. What are you talking? No, a terrorist. What are you saying? My dad's a terrorist? Yes, like Osama bin Laden. What? Let's relax. No, I'm just wondering how he makes such a beautiful bomb, huh? Do you want to fuck in the back now? Dude, let's leave this place. Let's go rent some scooters, and we're running around town with some scooters. And he really doesn't get like what's going on here. So he's like, driving like crazy. And as we're about to park, he like literally cuts off this African American guy, of course. And then after he cuts him off, he's like, you effing N-word. He's like, what did you say? You effing N-word. Why are you getting upset? I don't understand. I didn't say the word. I said N-word. It's politically correct. I look it up on your Wikipedia. It's okay. So don't worry. You don't have to get so angry. I'm running. Okay. Why do all of you N-words have such long legs? And 3 of them. What do you need with it? And then he knocks over a police guy, a police officer. Police officer obviously arrests the black guy because he's black. That's my time. Thank you guys.
Give it up again for Jonathan. That's his first time up here, guys. That's always tough. Yeah. All right, next up, we've got Dana, followed by Prashanth, and then Peter. Give it up for Dana.
myself settled up here. For all of you watching at home, thank you for patiently waiting. Here I am, in the flesh. Today is not my day. I'm sick. My voice usually isn't like this deep. But I have this method that I've been doing today. It works. It's called every time your voice hurts a little bit, just take a swig of the NyQuil, and that eases the pain. So yeah, today is really not my day. I'm not even really wearing pants right now, and my bangs just aren't really doing it. And I just got into an argument with my mom. She texted me like a mass text. I don't even know if I should say this personal, because it's to me and my sister, calling us mean-spirited, awful people. And I mean, you raised me, so what's that say for yourself, Mom? Yeah, so that's where I'm at. I don't want to be a mother because I don't want to have fat kids. Because, you know, how do you slim down an 8-year-old without it being called child abuse? You know what I mean? Toby, get on the Stairmaster for 50 minutes on Fat Burner. But, Mommy, I'm hungry. Can we go get McDonald's? No. If you want McDonald's, you get the salad and you get the fruit slices and the milk. But, Mommy, I want a cookie. No. You get an ice cube. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna talk in that voice too. Probably name my son Toby. I don't know where that came from. No, I'm sick of. I tried to get my roommate to come out to this open mic because she does acting like we all do, and so she wants to do stand up, and I'm like, well, you need to do an open mic. She's like, but do they laugh at you? I'm like, no, nobody laughs at all. It's so quiet. Like right now. She's like, I'm not going. No. You could just practice in your room. Put on a video. I'm like, okay, all right. I'll try to get out here next week. So yeah, I'm sort of over all these like racist jokes. I think we need to switch it up, you know? Like, I think I've heard it, you know, it's not really funny. And I was thinking of like the races that I love, and I really love German people. Like all of my really good friends are, there's like a little bit of German in them or something, but one of them was from Germany. And like I wait on the Germans, and they're fun, and I mean, you know what? Okay, all right, you guys aren't agreeing with me, but I mean, you know, name one bad thing a German has done to us. You can't, okay? You cannot. And then I was thinking about it, like I love black people too. I don't really like waiting on them as much. And then I was thinking of Asians, and you know, my mom said if you can't say anything nice about somebody, don't say it at all. All right, you know what? Okay. I'm not gonna be racist. I'm not. But I had 2 Asian roommates in college, and they didn't know how to cook, but they made rice and they shopped at Forever 21. And all I could say is how typical of you, how typical of your. I don't know why, but I think it's like the what is it, like the cliche like rice cooking thing? Is it a cliche? What is it? I don't know why that angers me a little bit. Doesn't make any sense. I'll figure it out one day. Maybe work on that joke or make it a joke. Thank you guys. That's my time.
All right, guys. Next up, we have. Let me get this up. It's too short even for me. That means it's too short for anyone. All right. Next up, we have Prashanth, followed by Peter, and then Jack. Did I say the name right?
Yeah, it's close enough.
All right. Well,
Close enough is good.
thanks. Give it up for your host.
just moved here from Chicago, you guys, so that's why no one knows me around the scene. Just so point of reference in case I end up doing any of your guys' mics again. My full name is Prashant Venkataramanajam. No, I'm never getting a stage name, so fuck off. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. I do sincerely love this space. This is a very well-designed comedy club, but I just couldn't help feeling. Does anybody else get the feeling that our voices and everything we have is just in a tab right next to YouPorn on someone's computer, and we're right next to the girl that pops up and starts talking to you, and you're like, what the fuck is this? Why do I keep hearing I just keep feeling like I'm just doing comedy on somebody jerking off right now on chat roulette or something. I like all comics, you guys. I suffer from addictions, not cocaine or alcoholism, but porn. We are all addicted to porn. That's clearly why my first thought ran to YouPorn with the TV screens. Two litmus tests I realized when you guys know you're watching too much porn. First litmus test is, you know how when you do go to UJizz or any of those sites, the first screen you see, this screen that says, hey, if you're under 18, you either enter or leave. Yeah. I don't see that screen anymore. Which could only mean that my IP address is hitting their server so often that the porn is talking to the firewall like he's a bouncer at a club. And he's like, oh, him? Yeah, no, he's good. Yeah, let him through. Other indicator I know I'm watching too much porn is I'm watching so much porn now that I'm clearly starting to recognize the dudes. And here's a problem with that. They don't show their faces that often. It's mainly the girls they're focused on. And it's kind of changing the way I watch porn, because most guys watch porn based on their favorite girl, yeah? No, I don't. I'm out of the girl game. I watch porn based on my favorite dude. And let me tell you why, guys. Because it's all guys. You don't count because you're clearly a comic. That doesn't make any sense. Let's not go there. Guys, because don't undermine the guys. Oh, there's another girl sitting there. I'm an idiot. Because the guy is way more important than you think, okay? The guy represents you in the video. He represents what you want to do. That needs to be a good fit because he is essentially your porn avatar. And you need to make sure he doesn't keep saying dumb shit that brings you out, out of the shitty reality that you've created for yourself. I also love the light situation here. I love that you have your little throne like James Lipton and you can just decide. Yeah, I wish you actually lit the candle every single time and had to blow it out. I need to stop jerking off for more practical reasons and personal dignity reasons because I've been doing some shows on the road, you guys, and I've been staying in a bunch of hotel rooms. And here's what I realized. Staying in hotel rooms as a comic, you guys know, you pretty much jerk off in every hotel room you ever stay in. And here's my perpetual fear, and I've extrapolated this out to the future. My perpetual fear is that I never know where I throw my jizz rag after I'm done. And I just let it fall behind the side of the bed or whatever. And I'm afraid housekeeping's gonna miss it just one time. And that same time, somebody else checks into that very same hotel room the next day and fucking murders somebody in that room. And my semen is in the scene of the crime, just waiting to be used against me in a court of law. Here's the problem. If your semen is found at the scene of the crime, that is it for you. That is a wrap on the entire thing. There's no way out of that. The only thing I can do now is just jerk off at the exact time and date on the daily newspaper just so that I have an alibi of where I was at, because you're just like, Your Honor, there's no way it could have been me. Certain things we take for granted in this country, guys. Certain things, I'll get off on this. Not get off on this, but this will be my last. You know what? That's good enough for me. I got to get out of here. Thank you guys so much.
Should have been here the first week. My lamp had a cord, so it's like between it. Yeah, I felt like such an ass when I was doing that. It was nice. So we're at our last two comics, which means that if you're not either Peter or Jack, I don't have an email address or a phone number. So if you want to get up, throw that on there. Otherwise, next up is Peter, followed by Jack. Give it up for Peter, guys.
Yeah. Hello. Yes. Introductions. Greetings. Good. I don't know. I feel like an ass holding this microphone. Is it too big? Doesn't it just look too big to my head? I'm sorry. It's been freaking out every time I see a comic. There's like this big black thing covering his face. I've never dealt with a microphone this big before, and it's killing me. None of that has anything to do with anything. Just a lot of mics I've done. Guys, I'm Peter. I'm not dating girls well. I'm not good at it. It's like a skill you gotta have. Dating, it really is. It's a thing you're good at and you're not good at. I'm not good at it. I go on a lot of second dates, not a lot of third dates. Here's things I've done on my second dates. I've picked a girl up from the airport at 6 a.m. Bought groceries. Met the boyfriend. That's not. That was a date. It was a terrible date. The worst part was Chad was a great guy. Like, Chad was the coolest. I could see why she was dating Chad. I'm like, I would be dating Chad if I could be you. Still calls me for pickup basketball. It's sad. Can't do it, Chad. It's awkward. I'm too nice. Like, that's the thing is, I'm very nice with women. And you shouldn't be. You should just be a dick. Like, I'm way too convenient. This girl I was seeing, she was like, yeah. I'm like, do you got any time to hang out? She's like, yeah, I'm free on Saturday between 3 and 5. It's like, well, that's dumb. It's a really, don't schedule me in. If you're too busy, you're too busy to see me. Sorry, I'm telling you about my life now. Here's the thing, is I've gone into kiss girls, like I fucked up the first kiss a lot. I go into kiss girls, and I don't know if you've ever gotten this when you kiss somebody. Go in to kiss them. It's just so stupid. You go in to kiss them, and you're like, I don't know, I'm like doing a kiss. You see how I'm being very open right now. I hope you're accepting of that. This is what I look like when I go to kiss somebody. It's just you go in, it's like, and then the girl, she went, hey, whoa! Like, she dodged it. Like it was a fucking bird coming at her face. She was just like, whoa, wait, did you see that? Did you see what just happened? That bird just tried to get me. It was awkward. That's happened to me 5 times. That's a tall number, 5. That's a lot of things for just the, whoa, hey. I had a girl in my bed once. You guys, I'm really poor. I only own a desk and a bed. This girl, she has to come over to my place. Made it very clear, hey, I own a desk and a bed, that's it. So unless you plan on writing out some bills or working on your novel, it's the bed. Like, this is what we're going to be doing. It's the bed. That's all they hang out at my place. She's like, yeah, okay, yeah. So she comes over, right? And we're having fun. We're in my bed and watching some movies on my laptop because I'm a baller. And we, like, make eyes. And I go in to kiss her. And she goes, bah, whoa, what the fuck? And I'm like, you can't do that here. You understood the regular, when you came up, ladies, I'm coming in for a kiss. I'm not trying to punch you in your tit, you know what I mean? Like, it's trying to show some affection towards you for once. And this is the awfulness of, and I'm like, what, do you think I'm gay? And she was like, oh, no, not at all. I'm like, well, then do you think I have a cold, heartless penis who doesn't feel emotion next to a woman? You're in my bed, lady. That's all there is. It's like, guys masturbate to pornography. That's ink on paper. That's a magazine. I've got a whole girl next to me. I've got the whole thing. And she says, no. I'm like, well, what do you think was going to happen if you didn't think I was gay? And she was like, I just thought we could be really good friends. No, I can't handle that at all. That can't happen. That's not how you start a friendship. When I was 6, I met Zabel over some pogs. I didn't get an erection with it in my bed. That's not how you build a solid foundation for a friendship. So we slept ass to ass the rest of the night. It was really awkward. Drove her home in the morning, picked her up some groceries. It was sad. Here's my favorite part of the story. 3 weeks later on Facebook, she had a status update. It was like, hey guys, just want to let everyone know I'm okay. But yeah, I was hit by a car. And I laughed. I laughed really hard. I was at work. I fell out of my chair laughing. And it's not an equal thing. It doesn't balance the universe, karma, her with the thing, and then the getting hit by a car. But I just wanted to be there for when it happened, just so that, like, I could see a reaction of just, like, in the passenger seat of her just going, bah, what the fuck? Like, as it happened, be like, now it's appropriate. Now you can make that face. I'm Peter Banichowski, thanks.
I think this is broken. I might have broke it.
Did I break it?
Oh, yeah, that's legit broken.
Wow.
All right. We're never calling you back. Just kidding. All right, well, we're at 3 now. So next up is Jack, followed by Hassan, and then Travis. Give it up for Jack, guys. Woo!
Oh, we got a packed house tonight. I'm Jack, and my first set in LA. I'm from Chicago originally, and yeah. I was just watching the Harry Potter movies again, and they picked a really hot girl to play Hermione. That Emma Watson. I would do terrible things to Emma Watson, like in the first few movies. Oh man, the next cute kid I see is this is totally broken. I'm sorry. Oh man, the next kid I see is gonna get surprise adopted. I have a lot of jokes about molestation of young children, but you really shouldn't molest kids unless they're too young to remember. We have a saying in my house that goes, if it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, let it mellow, because our toilet's broken. Setting them up and knocking them down. It's been said that cigarettes are more addictive than heroin, but I never sucked a dick for a cigarette, except that one time. Oh man. I have a friend named Tom, and Tom's a gay, which is fine because he has way more sex than I do. But I think that's kind of weird because the way he describes it, it's a real pain in the ass. What's the saddest thing about 4 black guys dying in a plane crash? They were my best friends. Oh man, a lot of people think that Jewish people are self-hating. We're not. We're just trying to fit in with the rest of the world. Jews get that joke. I just watched a documentary about prison, and by far the worst thing that can happen in prison, it's just disgusting, it's gang rape. Unless you get to go first. Here's a little history lesson. Do you know what happened in August 26, 1920? Women got the right to vote. You know what happened directly after that? 9/11. I'm gonna end this set on a horrible bombing 9/11 joke. Please don't judge me. I'm Jack Wall.
All right, guys, last 2 comics. You guys gonna stick around for the last 2? Please do. They stuck around for you guys. So next up is Hassan, followed by Travis. Give it up for Hassan.
Sir, thank you. Appreciate it. All right. Is this yours? I won't throw it on the ground, dude. That's fucked up. Oh, this? So I got Netflix streaming, and like everyone else, I think I'm addicted to it. I think Netflix is like a drug dealer. Like, it really is like that. You know what I mean? Like, they'll give you the best hit to start off with, and then you'll build to just complete garbage. You know? Like, it'll like get you hooked. They'll be like, hey, do you want to see Toy Story 3? You're like, yeah, I want to see Toy Story 3. That's a fucking great movie, right? And then after that, you're like, you also like comedy. So you may also like Malibu's Most Wanted, starring Jamie Kennedy. You're like, I don't know. Yeah, is it like Toy Story 3? It's in comedy. You're like, all right, I'll take it. And then 6 hours later, you're like, why the fuck am I watching Buffy the Vampire Season 3? How the fuck did I end up here? Just this crazy spiral to Ghost Whisperer, starring Jennifer Love Hewitt at the bottom. I actually don't watch romantic comedies. I do watch my girlfriend watch romantic comedies, which is like far more entertaining to me to see the human emotion and how it just like toys with girls. Like, their eyes are like this, and they're like tearing up, and they're like hitting you at some point. And I'm just like, what? How is Freddie Prinze Jr. doing this to you? Like, it's just really bizarre to me, this triangle that it's causing, you know? Saw a dude on the elevator. He had a neck tattoo written in hieroglyphics on his neck. And I was like, oh, it's awesome. What does that mean? Ancient Egypt. I studied that in the 6th grade. What does that mean? And he's just like, and he turned his back to me. And then for 7 stories, he just faced the wall and then got off and walked away. Which is such a dick move. It's like, dude, you're an asshole. It's written in permanent ink on your body. And you're like, oh yeah, this thing right here, written clearly right here so everyone can see it. Yeah, I don't want to tell you. It probably means something stupid like hamburger. He just didn't want to admit it, you know what I mean? Just like, oh man, I got pepperoni pizza on my neck. Now I don't want to talk about it. I have to live with this for the rest of my life. Because I don't think we have anything like meaningful to write on our bodies. We don't have that anymore. Like you see like an old woman, right? Like with a walker, and she's like, oh, you see this mark on my wrist? This means I survived the Holocaust. You're like, oh, you see this stamp on my wrist? This means I survived Tipsy Tuesdays. What? What you know about that, G-Ma? Talking about I had a Holocaust in my stomach last night. The fuck you know about that, Grandma? Talking about I turned my bathroom into a gas chamber. Step your fucking game up, G-Ma. It's a Holocaust tequila joke, you guys. I actually don't drink. All my friends drink, and they try to convince me to drink when they're drunk, which is like the worst time to make your pitch. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna make your argument, why would you be pitching it during that particular physical state? Seriously? Was Christopher Reeve ever pitching horseback riding while he was fucking wheeling around like a fucking Burger King Kids Club kid? He wasn't. Hey, have you ever thought about riding a trusty steed? No, Wheels, I haven't. Is that really fucked up? Is that too fucked up? I need a better analogy, but that's the worst time to make your pitch, I think. Yeah. Those are, you ever have like those friends? Oh, did you slime me? How long ago?
20 seconds.
I have 20 seconds. I'm gonna just finish with this thought. You ever talk to your friends who like talk about their DVRs as if it's like an emotional responsibility? You'd be like, hey man, what'd you do this weekend? He's like, oh, I plowed through all of Mad Men. I banged it out. I banged out season 1 of Mad. You didn't bang out. You mean you sat on your couch and did jack shit? You said that's just a glorified way of saying that you banged it out. You didn't build a fence. You ate Doritos and watched John Hamm for 17 hours. Just be honest. That's what you did. Thanks a lot. My name's Hassan.
All right, guys, one more comic for the night. Give it up for Travis. Hey, with enthusiasm.
Hey, so I've got like 30 seconds up here, right? Lots of Midwesterners here. I'm from Wisconsin. Is there anybody left out there? Who's from Chicago, right? Midwesterners, a lot of the racial humor from them. And I'll tell you why. They think we think it's funny because we're still getting used to the idea that there are other races when we move out to California. And we're surprised to find that they're out here, that they're not just stories. I'm gonna try some new stuff because this is a open mic. I don't have kids because I'm a gay, but I'm an uncle because my brother pulled out. Okay, I'm also a big nerd here. Does anybody else walk into pretty much any room and judge the establishment by how many exits there are in case of a zombie outbreak? Am I the only one who does that? And I know it's weird, but I only do it because I don't want to be a zombie, which I think is sensible. And also in this place, there's really only that one glass door exit. And so I'm just saying some of you might be human bait or shields of some kind in case something breaks out, because I'm not going to be a zombie. I have an iPhone, I've had an iPod for a while, and I listen to basically NPR podcasts, and that is it. And that is how nerdy I am. But I learn things listening to NPR. I learned, for instance, that in Florida, they opened a fat bank. This is true. They opened a bank where you can get your fat suctioned out, hold it for when you want to have it injected other places later. How is this not something that was invented in Beverly Hills? How did Florida get this first? And other questions that come to mind, can you make a transfer to another customer? Can you give someone else your fat? Can you make a withdrawal at an ATM? How is this fat bank the actual thing? One other thing that I learned on NPR, have you heard of toxoplasmosis, the thing that you're not supposed to let pregnant, the reason you're not supposed to let pregnant ladies near kitty litter? Toxoplasmosis is an infection that cats get that people can catch, and what it does is make you love cats. It is a bacterial infection that goes into your brain that makes you love cats. So cat ladies, this is a real thing. This is a study that has actually come true. You can look it up. Cat ladies are not crazy. They are infected. And you should feel bad for them now. All right, my name's Travis. Thanks very much. That was stand-up. That was open mic. Ian Tindell, thank you so much for hosting.
All right, thanks, guys. That's it. That's the show tonight. For those of you that stuck around, if you want to stick around for any of the shows tonight, you've got a free comp since you're here. We've got a show at 8 and then a show at 10. And yeah, we're here every Tuesday at 6 o'clock. Sign up starting at 5:30. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good night.